Alrighty, welcome in, friendly party people, party folks. We are here today on this
Oh boy.
beautiful Friday. Oh no, my computer is still on the side. There we go. All right, let's get the Elite Beat Agents turned down. Happy Easter Sunday. It's going to happen this weekend. I don't think we're going to be able to make it to the race. And wow, it was. I'm still just processing a lot of it. Still putting a lot of it together in my head. Happened. It was one of those situations. Oh, I'm deleting stuff in the background, so might get a little bit of clicking, a little bit of stutter. Just trying to anything going on in the background that I don't need. I'm trying to shut off. All right. Yeah. But yeah. So we made it up to Wiscasset yesterday. That track is incredible. I'm so excited. Definitely going to work on putting a video together, kind of similar to the Lee video. I'm still trying to think my way through how to put it together, or have it be really conducive. My name is Shua Pit Cycles. I'm a big fan of stock car racing, and this weekend I visited the illustrious Wiscasset Motor Speedway. Wiscasset Speedway was one that my dad went to a couple years back, and ever since then, he's been talking it up like it is the best place ever. And honestly, I've been excited to go here for a while. It lived up to every expectation. I 100% plan to do a video on it. This speedway is incredible. Um, yeah, where do I even start? It was just it was such a cool experience, and I think the reason I'm really trying to think my way through this is because I don't want to say anything derogatory about any other speedway, but I feel that Wiscasset has the experience down to a T. I mean, there are small little things that I feel like could be done better, but at the end of the day, so here's one thing. At Beach Ridge, I guess they charge for programs there too, so it's not that big of a deal, but a program is just a basic thing as a fan that I always want. I always want. This one here that I have, this was printed specifically for this race, for this weekend, and it was $3. $3? Okay. The ticket was cheap enough. Count this as part of the ticket. Boom. And I'm not saying they should increase the ticket price. I'm saying that, honestly, it's worth the price of entry, 100%. So, I complained about a certain other tracks lack of merchandising, and come to find out, Lee. Oh, whoops, my bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to dog on Lee. I love Lee Speedway. I'm excited to go back there this year. I think they have great racing there. I just think that there are certain, and believe me, Beech Ridge wasn't the best about this. It's not like Beech Ridge had their name on everything that was, in the gift shop. But this place, literally, they had a rack of hats, not just one hat. Lee only has one hat. I need to stop saying their name, but they have a rack of hats, boop, that all say the name of the speedway on it. Every color, every design. They have them for kids. They have them for adults. They have seat cushions. They have long sleeve shirts. They have short sleeve shirts. They have athletic shirts. They have pullovers. They have hoodies. They have vests. They have polo shirts. They have everything, all branded with their name, Wiscasset Speedway, with the little smiley face on it. They have stickers. They had pins. They had a giant flag. One of the things that really bugged me about when I went to New Hampshire, I didn't get a flag, which is silly. I got a flag at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Believe me, and this is not me saying this because I dislike the speedway that didn't give me a flag. It's because I want a flag of that speedway to hang somewhere in my house. It's awesome. It's one of those little not token things, but it's cool to have. It's great to I love stuff like that. It's just I love it, man. I really do. I love the racing experience. That was the cool part. Cool is Wiscasset pretty much had everything I want from a raceway, especially for opening day. So the big one that we got to see yesterday, which was awesome, were crate mods. I'm going to have to look into those a little bit more and understand the crate mod a little bit better. Because I didn't truly, like, I understood, but not fully, what the crate mod even was. But yeah, this is the first modified series running a series in Maine since we had an accident at Beach Ridge back in the 90s. We had Super Streets, which are kind of your late model, not quite the pro style stock cars. You have 4-inch cylinder pros, which are basically stock road 4-cylinder cars that they gut. Basically, what you do is you just take a car and you gut it and you race that. They used to be like Cavaliers, Ford Focuses and stuff, but it seems like most of them now are Toyotas. That's what my dad was pointing out, is almost all of the fast ones were old Toyotas and Hondas. Then we had Thunder Mini 4s. These things, one sec, let me pull up a video of these things. These things are awesome. I got some good footage. I can't, oh no, those are the 4-cylinder pros. We want these guys. All right, let me turn the TV on. Ba-doom! And there's no creator on this one because I filmed this stuff. So, that is the 88. Those two were so fat. So, the way they qualified them is they split them up into two. And the 19 won her division, and the 88 won his division. The 88 started about halfway back, but that car was a rocket ship. That thing just came through the field so quickly. It was an awesome race. So I think there was probably about 5 restarts, I would say. So, yeah, let them go. These things are cool. So they're kind of, they look big on track. They're not. They're kind of tiny. It's not quite the footprint of a go-kart. I would say it's more the footprint of one of those the 4-cylinder cars. See if I can kind of stop on them. Yeah, I love that. That looks awesome. So this car right here, that 19 car is bad fast. Thing is friggin' awesome. And then this 70 was pretty fast. That's another girl back in that one. That's just kind of a, it seems like it's an older kids division, like maybe like later teens. But yeah, these cars crank. That 51 was good. The only thing with the 51 is he was having some issues getting in and out of corners. So let's see if I can find the clip. Oh no, that's not. All right, Thunder 4s. All right, here we go. This is the clip. So these guys have been battling for a while now. Can I zoom? Oh, that's not volume. Can I zoom in? Boom. Like, it won't let me zoom. It just said zoom and it didn't zoom. Yeah, so your 19 car is right there. You can see. So I was trying to zoom. So getting into the turn, basic 51 right on the bumper of the 19. And that 51 I don't know if he didn't lift or what happened. He didn't brake hard enough, but he got right into her bumper. Boom, spun her out. It was unfortunate. It was like one of those, like, the whole crowd was like, come on. Because listen, if she had just been up there for like a minute and she got bumped out of the way and they were all doing it to each other, it'd be one thing. This was the only spin where someone got into someone else in the whole race. And he spun her out. The cool thing about Wiscasset, one of the cool things, is they have a rule at the track, or they have a thing at the track that they allow people to do. So if you're the driver of, say, let's say you're the driver of the 51 car that just spun out the 19. If you drive past the flag stand and you tap the roof of your car, that's letting the flagman know and the points people up in the booth know that accident was your fault, and you own up to it 100%. The person you spun gets their spot back. So the 19 car was able to go back up to the front and continue the race. And let's see. I don't know if I got the end of that race. I think I did. How long is this clip? I'm going to guess I got the end of this race. Let's see. But yeah, that car was so fast that she would basically what they were trying to do, the car that lined up on top of her, they would try to fan out early and try to get around her. But I don't think you could get a fast enough line. Right now that 70 car is a fellow woman and she had that 70 car spun I think at least once. I don't think my dad kept saying it spun twice, but I don't remember the second spin and I didn't get it on footage. Her problem was she was in the second heat, so she was far back there to begin with. Let's see if I can see the score pylon when we go by. I cannot see that. I think they're pretty close to last lap though. Oh, let's see if the flagman should be able to see by the flagman what he's doing. He wasn't given any signal, so it's not halfway, or it's not 5 to go. Oh, he's grabbing the white flag. He's grabbing the black, so I think that's 2 to go. I believe that's 2 to go. That was I. It's funny. We went to watch races. I was watching this guy the whole time. This guy right here is awesome. Okay, so there's 2 to go this time by. 2 to go. That's what he's signaling right there. He's signaling 2 more laps. So you get 2 more times around. And then after this, they'll come around. He'll wave the white. 2 to go. 2 to go. But yeah, look how fast. Look how much space she's put on the 88. And it was every time. It wasn't like this happened once or twice. The 88, yeah, every once in a while he'd get to her back bumper coming into 1 and 2. But it was pretty rare. It was pretty rare that he actually was like challenging her. And he just barely passes the 70, I think, coming out of the last turn. Yeah, so no, he got in low. If you got in low there, you can make that pass. But coming off of that turn, it seems like it's really hard to build momentum if you get too high up in the corner. You just can't build the momentum coming back out. But yeah, there's your win. There's your win of the 19 car. It was great. And it was one of those things. The whole crowd was on her side. Oh, I changed this. I changed that months ago and I still haven't changed it back. But yeah, it was awesome. There was more accidents than I thought there would be. Like especially like in heats. Heats usually you try to stay off each other because you got brand new equipment. Especially this was opening day. This was the first race of the season here, and they were aggressive. Let's see, what is it? I think it was the Pro Stocks Heat. I only have one heat race. I only have one video from the heat. All right. So, coming in. That 07. Keep your eye on it. I got to figure out a way to zoom in on this. There's got to be a way. So where's the 07? He's still up front. Oops, didn't mean to pause it. Trying to figure out that zoom. I don't understand why it's not working. That don't work. Is it this? I think it's this time around. So, no, 07 still up front. I think he fumbles one of these times getting out of the corner. So he's good there. He comes around the corner just fine. He's good. That guy goes down low to pass him. Doesn't quite make it. Coming out of the corner, they're fine. So he loses one spot there. And that number 40 is an old Beach Ridge driver. Isn't it a 40? I might be wrong there. It's one of those. I think it is the 40. Or maybe that's his son. I think that's his boy. Dan McCree Jr. Oh, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. Damn it. So the 07, he gets in the corner low enough. Oh, that guy tried to pass him low. Is that the 9 car? No. What number was that? It's the 01. Who was the 01? I don't think it was intentional, but it, I don't know. Kind of looked like he had a little bit of help. Those are the Pro Stocks, yep. 09. Silas Ripley from Warren. I don't think it was intentional. To me, it looks like he tried to get low and tried to pass him low. and the 07 didn't back off. But he wrecked the rear end of that car. Oh, it sucks because those cars were beautiful coming into that race. Oh no, that was Shane Lane in the 02. Is that a 2? What? Am I looking at the? Oh, that's no. Those are the pro stocks. I just don't see the 07 on the lineup. That's a 7, right? Ward Water. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's great. It was an awesome race. Great track. I'm excited. I want to go back so bad. Um, we definitely have a couple races planned for later this year. I'm thinking, or we're thinking Star and Lee probably same weekend. There are a couple events coming up that I would really like to get to there. So definitely would love to get to more Lee. I like the racing at Lee, even though I'm not like the biggest fan of the track. I think the racing there is pretty good, and I think they put on a really good show. That's kind of the positive there. I honestly think Wiscasset does too. I think that both the small tracks I've been to in the last year. So if I'm realistic, I don't think I had been to a Beach Ridge race in probably 10 years. Probably had been that long, and um, and then all of a sudden, like last couple of years, I've been like I got really back into NASCAR, mainly because I stopped watching football and I haven't really had any other sport to follow. So I figured like, oh, I'll watch NASCAR. And then watching NASCAR led to me going, oh, you know what? I want to go to small short tracks again because I like short track racing a lot. It's fun, it's easy to follow, and I don't know, a couple weeks, and that same guy won the race. Did I get him on video? Yeah, it's the same guy. See him very clearly, but that's the same guy. Clips. That's the same guy. He's got the um what's his name? Chase Elliott. He's got the Chase Elliott jersey driver's jacket on. He got out of the car and I immediately went, "Oh my god, it's that guy!" Because I had been watching clips of Wiscasset, just hoping to get up there. It looks like this 19 car over here looks like it's painted almost exactly like the winner of the Thunder Fours. Let's go there. Thunder Fours. Thunder Fours. I wonder if it's the same owner or something. And they have a specific paint scheme they go with. It's similar. I don't think it's the same. That looks more like Joe Gibbs actually. Like the way Joe Gibbs. That is definitely like a Dale Earnhardt Jr. lookalike car. I loved it. That's one of the coolest things about short track racing I like too is the people who pay homage to the legends through their paint schemes because that doesn't really exist anymore in NASCAR like it used to. All right. Do I have any videos to watch? I don't think I do. I think that was pretty much all I got for videos. I think we're going to jump in and we're going to get ready to race at Kansas. I'm going to go get my chicken nuggies so I have something to munch on hit cycle breaks, and we are going to get into this thing and we are going to try to win a race because I think we're on a dry spell. I don't think we've won a race in a couple weeks. I'm not counting that third place finish in the truck series the other day. That was embarrassing, and it was just like I was so done by the end of that race because I picked Gateway, and Gateway kind of sucks. Gateway's a terrible track. I shouldn't have picked Gateway. That was on me. I'm a stupid. I'm a dummy face. But hopefully we'll be a little better here today because we're going to do Kansas. Kansas should be a good race. Did I say Kansas or no? We're doing it. We're going to do Atlanta. I know there might not be a huge difference to some people. But there's a difference to me. I want to race Atlanta. And I might even I wonder if Suarez is up in the cup at this point. I think he's racing for Joe Gibbs in this game. So if he's racing for Gibbs, I honestly might race Suarez. Yep, that's what's going on here. I think I might do Suarez. I'm gonna go get my chicken nuggets real quick, and we will load up a quick race. Doing the Monster Energy Cup. All right, be right. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I said screw it. Took the barbecue sauce with me because you never know when you're gonna need more barbecue sauce, and if it happens in the middle of the race, I'm gonna be sad. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Let's see. Ricky Stenhouse is in the 17. Danny Suarez is in the 19. Ooh, he's got a Lennox skin. Ooh. Stanley. Bleh. Oh, I do love the interstate batteries. I think we're going to do the Lennox skin, though. I like Lennox. Lennox is probably one of the best cutter brands. Oh, no, I didn't change the race duration. Come on, send us back. All right, so we're going to do auto hard, 100% length, normal. We're going to do relaxed yellows. I'm hoping that means that we're not going to have stupid stuff take us out of the. I'm hoping that this is going to mean that we don't get the dumb caution halfway through the race that brings everyone down pit lane at the same time. That always seems to ruin my strategy at these tracks. All right, go out there and practice. Oh, I just pulled a Kyle Busch. I hit the pace car. Such a bold choice not to give you a track map on this game. This game feels very anemic. Hopefully, they don't set this race up like it's a. Oh my God, they were setting it up like it's a super speedway. Oh God. Casey Gaines in the 95. It was cool to see him race yesterday. It's unfortunate, that he he didn't do better. I think it's hard to jump into a car and just be expected to be good every weekend. And he's one that it's unfortunate that he had such a hard time in Cup. Because he did. He struggled in the Cup Series for a while.
Careful now, still there. Clear all around. Clear all around.
All right, push me. Push me, push me. Yeah, this should be good though. Shouldn't tear the front tire as much. Oop. Okay. Nope, that's not gonna work yet. You're not gonna jump up here every 2 seconds and try to steal my chicken. Alright, maybe before the race starts I end up having to eat my chicken. Oop, bump the wall. It wasn't the cat that time. I just had to shut my preview off on the other screen. Get sick of looking at that. Yeah, Atlanta's one that they've been trying to push as a super speedway for the last couple of years. It shouldn't be. These cars should run a lot different here, but unfortunately they've bastardized this new car so much that it is kind of running like that here. It makes me very sad. Oops. Does it give you like a lineup of like where I am compared to other people? No, it doesn't. All right. That's it. Last lap. We're gonna bring it down pit road, and we're gonna qualify it because we're getting pretty much the same times. Some people would probably say, "Oh, you got to practice more." It's like, well, I'm practicing about as much as they give the actual Cup guys to practice. Pit road speed's 45, I'm gonna guess. Oh, look at that. I sped last time I raced, which kind of surprised me because I almost never speed. All right, next session. That's the thing about career mode, is it gives you a target speed, and once you hit that target speed, then the sponsor is happy. You can just move on to the next. You can just move on to the next stage. It doesn't even like try to shame you, like it does when you do a quick race. Let's see, does Atlanta get its own special skybox? Or is the weird cloud here too? Oh wow. Atlanta looks like it has its own skybox. Yeah, the weird cloud isn't here. I wonder if it's because it's a night race. I'm willing to bet you we'll qualify, and then when we go to race, it'll be dark. Was this the track where Junior ran through the grass? Oh my god, 35th. I messed up on one of my entries into the corner. That was my bad 100%. All right. We got a lot of work to do tonight. But 34th doesn't mean we can't win. It just means it's going to be hard. All right. All right, let's get in there. Oh, it's a day race, actually. Paul Menard is starting from the back. Kyle Busch won the pole. William Byron failed obstacles. Damn. All right, here we go. It's gonna be a day.
Cars off. Coming to the green. Be ready. Ready. Hammer down, man. Green down.
All right, we can go 57 laps on a tank of fuel. Hopefully our tires hold up about the same.
Hold your line. Got one inside. Hold your line.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! That guy's already pushing below me. It's like, stop. Oh, Hemrick. I thought that said Harvick, and I was like, they were still Chevy back, and Stuart Haas was still Chevy back then, but nope. They had already moved to Ford at this point. I don't even remember how long they were with Chevy. I think originally they had some form of partnership with Hendrick, I think.
Stay low. Careful now. Still there. On. Now you're clear.
Oh, Ross Chastain in the unnumbered 15 car. That's right, yeah. There's Danica in the number 7.
All clear. All clear.
Corey LaJoy. This was back before that the whole Spire acquisition thing came along.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. All clear. All
Okay, the 23 is kind of pushing me hard. I just gave him a little bump. That was just to let him know that I'm there. All right, so we got to go 85 laps. What's the total laps of the race? I'm gonna guess this is a 300 lapper, I think, right?
careful now.
Does it say? It says 500 miles. I think that's 250 laps, right?
Still there.
It's a mile and a half.
Track's all yours, bud. You're clear. All clear. That car there's on your inside.
Or no, 300. 300. I was right the first time. 300 laps. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician.
Hold this line here. All right, now you're clear.
Got Austin Dillon. But I'm a Toyota, so I can't draft with you, Austin. I need you to move. Thank you.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
Michael McDowell and Ricky Stenhouse in the 17. Should be able to make a clean pass on them.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
There we go.
Outside now, outside. Clear all around.
I feel bad for McDowell a little bit. He's been in that 34 Loves car forever, and he was okay in that car. This season, I almost feel bad watching him at Spire, because it's like, he was in a decent ride last season, and now he's in that Spire ride, and it's just not doing him any favors. This is the problem, is you get to the corner, and then you have no ability to pass, and you back off too much. Yeah, I gotta get back into it a little bit earlier in the corner. Oh no, we have a smoking car already. Might already have a caution coming up.
Great job, driver. That's a fast lap right there.
Of course, it's poor Darrell Wallace Jr. Oh, that's unfortunate. I wanted to race Atlanta for a while. I think mainly because they've already raced it, but just because it's one of those tracks that I enjoy racing. You can almost run full out. The lines are pretty easy to figure out, and I don't know. It's a fun track. It really is. My next goal is to go to a different track, a different NASCAR Cup Series track. I'd like to get to like the Glen or something. That's like the next closest one to me. My dad wants to go to Bristol, which honestly, I've told him Bristol is definitely a go. If we ever want to just drive to Tennessee and go to a race in Bristol, I would 100% be on board. The last Coliseum. All right. 9 out of 85. $76 laps to go in this stage. We got it, though. We're making progress. We're making moves. I think we got this. Who's that catching on me? Is that Ricky Stenhouse? Oops. I don't know how I knew it was a 17 car. I think it was because it was a Ford grill, and he was catching me so quick, so I just figured it must have been someone who knew how to do that. It doesn't help that I don't have a drafting partner, so I think I'm going to try to use Ricky as much as I can. I'll have to take note of how many laps you can go on a single tank next time we fill up, because I think this might end up being a fuel mileage game. I still can't believe the Truck Series race, how and the end of the race they're like, oh yeah, that guy's out of fuel, and then he proceeds to run another 2 laps out of fuel. It bugs me a little bit. It really does. Okay, let's just focus on not losing another spot. Casey Kane's the next one up, and he is gaining on me. Oh, not really. Oop, don't go below the yellow line. That's going to get us in trouble later. Yeah, this is what happens though. You get all fanned out. It's hard to make up any time. This is why it would be nice if this game had a really good spotter, where you could have him, okay, read me out the position of the guy behind me. How many seconds back is he? Okay, read me out my percentage of my tires. Like if there was just a button you could click and he would read you out that information. Instead, you have to take your eyes off what you're doing and look up in the corner. Poor UI. It is what it is. These games were known for having it. I'm running the best laps I can, and Ricky is still pulling away. I'm at least pulling away from Kane. That's really all that matters at the end of the day. 69 to go. Nice. Everyone can be happy because it's 420. Kind of sit low here. I lost focus. I was focusing on the numbers. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? So we've done 20 laps. So we can do about 58 laps, it would seem, on a tank. Might not be a bad idea to come in and fill her up, put tires on, and just run as fast of laps as we can. All right, so we'll do it at lap when there's 55 to go. We're going to come in, we're going to put new tires on it, and we're going to fill it up with gas. That's my plan. That'll get us to the end of stage 1.
Still there. Stay high, stay high. Still there.
Phew. Accurate ball. No! He's gone. He's gone. Oh, is that Joey Logano? Or is that Ryan Blaney? Oh, that's Paul Menard.
Inside.
It's funny. It does look like a Penske car.
Hold your line. You got one inside. Hold your line.
Ty, you and me. You and me for everybody. That didn't work out too well, now did it?
Wow, that was your best lap ever.
Maybe because I had a drafting partner. It helps when you have drafting partners at a drafting track. Especially with this game, because this game doesn't understand how fast cars work.
Keep it up. That was your best lap ever.
You and me, Ty. We're in this forever. Wait, no, come back, Ty!
Still there.
Typical racing Kyle Larson. Stay with Ty. Stay with Ty. How many laps we got? Might be time to come in. Oh, yeah, it's time to come in, put some tires on this baby. All right, guys. This has been fun. To let Ty know I'm coming in on the back straight, or on the front straight. I'm going to eat as many of these chicken nuggets as I can when I do it. All right, I'm signaling out my window.
Drop your speed, driver.
Didn't want to get caught speeding here. All right, bring me up to 58. Right sides. Only right sides. Go, go, go. I thought I was going to get some damage smacking the wall there. Rolling green, green, green.
Car outside. Car outside. Inside, inside, inside. Inside. Inside, inside. You're all clear up top.
All these guys must be getting ready to pit here soon.
You stay up high.
I got to get past Bubba.
High.
This is ridiculous.
Inside, inside, inside.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Stay on the bottom here for me. Still there.
How many laps did I go down? I went down 2. So I got to make 2 full rotations once they hit pit road.
Need you to stay on the bottom right here. All right, careful now. Still there.
Mikey McDowell. All right.
Still there. Careful. Still there. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Stay low. Stay low. Careful. Still there. Cleared all around.
Looks like we got 2 cars out. Reed Sorensen.
Stay on the bottom here for me. All right, careful now. Still there.
Shake and bake.
Need you to stay on the bottom right here. Careful. Still there.
All right, Trevor. Come on. Don't race me like that.
Need you to stay on the bottom right here. All right, careful now. Still there.
No Neck Newman pushed me out of the way. Wow. Aggressive. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
That's the halfway mark here. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Clear high. Clear high.
Yeah, I just wanted a couple of insurance laps with my pit stop cycle. So I figured I would stop a little short. And I bought myself 3 extra laps of fuel, so hopefully when we get back out, when they get back out on the track, they're not going to be able to catch me, but I have a feeling that they'll cycle out in front of me, maybe a little bit, but I might be. It's the only problem with the AI too is they're perfect, so they don't make mistakes on pit road. I miss that when it used to be like, oh, he dropped the tire, oh, he missed a lug nut. That kind of stuff doesn't really happen in this game. So you can only go 58 laps. We are on lap 45. So they will start pitting here within about 10 laps. So let's just try to run our best laps until then. I don't know if they take risks though with their pit stops. That also is a good point. I don't know if they will just take 2 tires. I think they almost always will go with the 4 and fill it up just to be cautious. All right, 10 to go. 10 to go, and they should start pitting. I got 41 laps of fuel left. So I should be able to make it till the end of this stage.
That car there's on your inside. Inside.
Get a couple laps in here drafting with Joey. That's going to help us speed-wise. Or not. Or not. Came in way too hot with Joey. Ooh, 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 ooh. Not good, not good. It's the opposite of what everybody wants. Lap traffic's holding up Joey Logano. Was that a car on the wall, or is that normally there? Now I'm going to be watching that corner every time I come through.
Careful, still there.
I'm actually gaining spots again. Holy cow.
That car in front of you is coming to the pit.
That's not surprising. Alright, so let's run the cleanest laps we can. Game froze. That was scary as hell, because I've been doing pretty well this race. Alright, don't lose it here just because you're dumb.
Pitting in front of you. Watch that car in front of you. He's slowing down. He's going to be pitting this time.
I made up a couple spots there. How did he get out so fast? Did he only take tires? Yeah, that's half my problem, man.
Inside. Inside.
Oh, Martin Truex isn't my teammate at this point. He's still with Furniture Row. But you are my teammate, so you should push me.
Got a car up top. Got a car high now.
Yeah, drafting at this track is hard. It shouldn't really be a super speedway. It's silly.
Careful now. Still there. All right, now you're clear.
No, Ricky, I'm not just gonna let you pass.
24 left. No mistake now. Inside. Inside. Car outside. Hold your line here. Hold the wheel.
And they made up a lot of spots under green. Wow. Whew. Okay. I lost it. I do have to pause for 1 second. Okay. Whew. Ow, ow. I have an Elon on my shoulder now. No, I need you to get down, bud. Oh, I love her to death. For some reason, she always wants to just climb on the shoulder. Let's continue. I just hit a button. I don't know what I hit.
Now outside.
There we go. Flying around at the speed of sound. Eric and Marola. Well, I at least had made my way up on.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
I had made my way up into the onto the lead lap, but Martin Truex managed to whittle it back from me.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
Oh, never mind. Does have the same skybox. There's that cloud. Whoa! Is that Kyle Busch?
Caution's out. Wave them off behind you.
All right. 15 to go. I'm not even the first to get the lucky dog, so I'm just gonna come in and change everything. Oh, it is what it is, my friend.
All right, coming to the green.
All right.
Be ready. Ready.
Car next to me looks like it's a
Green.
DEI inspired paint scheme.
10 to go. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
All right, here we go.
Got one down low now. Got one down low. Inside. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this
Tyler,
line here.
what's his name? Trevor Gone? Tyler Gone? I don't know his real name.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Top lane straight here. Use it if you need it. Top lane free. Still there. Draw clear up top.
And then what we'll do is we'll end up staying out.
Careful. Still there. Clear all around.
We'll end up staying out at the end of this stage. Wow, Danica saved that. Holy cow. At least it was accurate, Danica Patrick. I barely touched her, and she's like, oh, I'm going to spin up. I think Kyle Busch spun me out in that last wreck.
Stay low. All right, careful now. Still there. All right, careful now. Still there.
Poor LaJoy
All right,
again.
clear outside. Stay low. Careful. Still there.
Benedetto.
Careful, still there.
AJ Allmendinger. The road course ringer, AJ Allmendinger.
Top lane free. Stay low. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Outside, outside. Still there. Clear all around.
Stay with Michael McDowell. Come on.
Two more. Car left, driver. Keep it going. Still there. Inside now. Keep steady here. Inside now. Still there. Got one outside now.
God.
All clear. White flag is in the air. Nice driving that stage.
21st. Whew. Alright, let's see. How far back am I? I'm pretty far back. Alright, should be back on the lead lap, right? Oh, yes I am. 15th. Okay.
Drive safe. Be smart. And have a good day.
It's beginning of the second stage. Alright, 82.
Careful now. Still there. Hold your line. Got one inside. Hold your line.
So if I can make it to lap 42
Car there's
and then pit, then I should be good.
Got one down low now. Got one down low. Inside. Hold a good wheel here. Don't move. Stay high. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Hold me a good wheel here. Hold me a good wheel here. Inside. Inside. Clear high. Clear high. Still there. Careful.
Come on.
Still there. Hold your line. Got one inside. Hold your line. Alright, careful now. Still there. Draw clear up top.
That sucks. Us. Todd Gilliland.
You're clear.
Sorry, I'm all stuffed up still. Took cold meds.
Still there.
Took 2 days, or took a day off of work, and it's still just
Alright, now you're clear.
stuffy. So I'm not sure if it's allergies or not. It's been pretty bad for like a couple days now. But I thought I had a fever that first day.
You got all the room you need, and you're clear.
82. So if I pit on 41, that'd be like perfectly in the middle of this stage.
Careful now. Still there. Still there. All right, now you're clear. Stay low. Careful. Still there. All right, now you're clear.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Need you to stay on the bottom right here. All right, careful now. Still there. Clear high. Clear high. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Clear high. Clear high. Inside, inside, inside.
Yeah, and that 23 car, they put it back together pretty good for something that wrecked me only a couple laps ago.
Stay low. Careful. Still there.
Oh, someone's coming to pit road. I will never understand their movements coming into the corner. They all do the same thing. It's like they lock it up. And this is with like an experiencedly smart AI. We saved it though.
Car there's on your inside. Inside. Stay low. Stay low. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Hot. Clear outside. Inside. Inside. Yellow's out. Back her down. Back her down here.
Okay. Wow. Hmm. So, 217 laps remaining. Yep, let's bring it in. Let's bring it in, fill it up, put new tires on it, all that kind of stuff.
Starter has the green flag in his hand. Be ready.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Green set. Let's go. Hard on the outside. Outside. Car up top. Up top. Car high now. Need you to stay on the bottom right here. Still there. Top lane straight here. Use it if you need it. Top lane straight.
Now Elon is clinging on to me as hard as she can. Hello, Elon the cat. We're glad that you're here.
Outside. Outside. Clear all around. Stay low. Stay low. Careful. Still there. Hold your line. You got one inside. Hold your line. Inside. 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 Inside.
Elon, you're blocked. Ugh.
Inside. Car there's on your inside. Inside.
Yeah, I don't think I'm with this difficulty though, man. I'm done. I'm done. This is it's so frustrating because you start up there with the leaders and then you're just trying, you're fighting the whole time to just stay with other cars. And then you try to draft with them and then they take off and you can't keep up with them, which is unfortunate because it's the only real modern NASCAR game we have. But yeah, it completely and utterly is like it's a train wreck, man. I like that with video games, but it's so frustrating. All right, let's do. Let's see. I saw the Heartstoppers. I saw the popular videos. Let's see. Pit road accident. All right. Let's watch some "What are you doing" moments. That sounds like fun. All right. Oops. Okay. Where's the TV? There's the TV. And this is by. Let's do this. All right, let's see what we got. So we have some "What are you doing" moments, and this video was put together by the one and only MMCS. He just wrecked Mark Martin. Wow. That's terrible. He just took off, man. That's horrible, man.
While battling for the 8th position, Tony Stewart turns Mark Martin down the straightaway. This has to be one of the stupidest things Tony Stewart has ever done in his racing career. Mark Martin was just throwing a normal block, and Tony Stewart just hooks him down the straightaway.
Yeah, I think
wall.
Tony
This
intentionally
is totally
did that.
uncalled for and extremely dangerous, especially in the early 2000s with these types of race
What
cars
yeah,
that
that's
were
the worst
not as
part.
safe as they are today.
Tony would have been the first one to complain.
He's on the outside of Austin Dillon. There's contact in turn 2.
It wasn't the three's fault. Just take our lumps, just shouldn't be there. I don't know what our problem is, but the M&M's Camry was not very good, and we were running
He took the
terrible,
cone with him.
we got wrecked.
Kyle Busch may be one of the greatest NASCAR drivers to ever live, but even he could do some stupid things on or off the racetrack. Kyle Busch drove in the wall off of turn number 2 at Darlington, and then proceeded to drive straight through the garage area and hit a bunch of cones and almost hit some pedestrians. Busch was fined $50,000 for an unsafe entry into the garage area at Darlington after crashing. After being taken out on the racetrack by Ricky Rudd, Kevin Harvick was furious. Down the backstretch on the he ended up fighting him on pit road after Ricky Rudd's car had to go through some inspection that they did back in the early 2000s. Kevin Harvick got next to Ricky Rudd, parked right beside him, jumped on his race car, and they had a shouting match. Harvick was ultimately fined for his actions on the racetrack post-race.
NASCAR officials telling Kevin to get off the car, get the crewman off
Hey,
the
get
car,
off the car.
have his say. Well, here we go. He walked across the top of the 21.
You got some language going on there, Kevin. You can't do that.
I'll tell you what, that big official, Big Andy. Big Andy's. Think about going by Andy. That's Todd Berry of the crew chief. Matt!
Get out of here, Kevin.
Barrier trying to hold back Kevin.
Young Kevin Harvick.
Frustrating night, Kevin. Yeah, I tell you what. Jim Goodwin's car was good tonight. Ricky Rudd took a goddamn cheap shot at us. And if he's gonna, take a cheap shot, he's gonna get one back. I promise you that.
This move by Ross Chastain makes you think, really, what was he thinking? Nobody really knew what was going through Ross Chastain's head, but he ended up cutting the track and driving back out on the racetrack in the lead. This is something that's never been done in NASCAR, and what ultimately happened was Ross Chastain was disqualified from his finish and placed on the last car on the lead lap, ending his second place finishing result. But it was still a great moment to watch for TV. After this incident on pit road with Austin Hill and Myatt Snider, for knocking Myatt Snider out cold turkey on pit road. This is the only camera shot that we have of it, and it is one that will be lived on for the ages to come.
The two drivers appear to be having a discussion, and then what happens next, well, we'll let you draw your own conclusion. NASCAR has seen this footage in the last 30 minutes and have told us that they are going to be talking to both teams and drivers about the incident that took place.
I'm not surprised at all that Austin Hill took a cheap shot.
After the checkered flag in the open, he cut a tire and went careening across the infield. The car arced right through the gate and hit the base car.
Oh my God.
Donald Ivy suffered a broken ankle in that mishap, which saw Knopfsinger unable to steer his bent-up race car. First pace car
my God, that
jumped
is
exactly out of
terrifying.
the way so that Brad could hit the second one.
During the 2021 New Hampshire race, rain started to fall entering turn number 1 as Kyle Busch pounded the wall with the rear of his race car after losing traction on a slippery surface. He was so upset with NASCAR, he ran down the backstretch and hit the pace car's bumper and almost tore it
Wish
off.
I had been there for that
I
one.
guarantee you NASCAR was extremely upset after this.
Value. Oh, he's got the wind in that now. Pushing the pace car. I don't believe I would do that. Yeah.
I don't believe I would do that.
NASCAR there. I guess frustration.
That's always a bad time of year to be in New Hampshire. It's always raining that time of year.
NASCAR Nationwide Series at the time, which is now the NASCAR Xfinity Series. No matter where he was on the track, Stephen Wallace was a wreck magnet. He would find the wreck or be the wreck.
He's
or
basically
start the
Riley.
wreck. No matter what, this 66 car could just not get out of the way of other competitors. He was always crashing into things. But this one was so bad, he piled into the wreck when he was so far behind, it's embarrassing.
It's Michael and Ned.
Well, guys, you heard that, and he didn't know what happened. He got run over.
Whoa,
Oh,
take a
Trevor
look.
Bayne.
Trevor Bayne in the race leader. What happened here? All of a sudden, he gets spun around. It affects also Stephen Wallace.
Yeah,
Let's
Ned
see.
just gets loose and gets in a wall right there, and that's all by himself right there. Just gets loose.
And one spotter saying, okay, caution, turn
So
3.
now the caution's out. See the caution waving on the right-hand side. Stephen Wallace right behind him. Oh, that's what happened. They just checked
Oh
up
my
because
God.
the caution car started to pull
He
out
did
in front
too.
of the field right
Yes,
there.
he did.
Oh my God, why?
Unbelievable. Way too early.
Lifts. What? Doesn't
Both
lift.
on the brakes.
No, he wasn't. You could hear he didn't lift.
Did you see the caution car jumping out?
Oh, yeah. Trevor Bayne sees it.
Because he knows you can't pass the caution car.
He also hit a fence
Oh,
head-on in the
oh my
garage
God.
area. Now that's horrible.
To pit road. There was a big accident there. He got sideways and he went into the fence, and you can see an extreme amount of damage on that race car. They had to put it on a rollback and take it out of the racetrack. It's done for today, that's for sure.
The 33 as Logano goes to the point. 3 wide in turn 4. A squeeze to the outside wall. Trouble in the corner.
Oh my
Hard,
God.
vicious crash. Who gets through to win the race? Caution flag has just been called. The race leader is James Busher in the 30 car.
James Busher will forever be the guy that had a brain cell after the end of this Daytona race. I will never forget watching this race as a little kid.
The 6 car
seeing the
took up.
entire
Oh my
front
God,
field
it's so
fall
bad.
apart, and they all
It's
crashed
so
each other
bad.
trying to win the nationwide race at Daytona. This is a race that was so funny, I will never forget for the rest of my life. I just still cannot believe this many cars wrecked. And 13th place.
Watch the
James
6 car
Busher
come to the
won
54.
the
It's just,
race.
he gets right into his back bumper. I know the 54 was coming up, but still. Oh, that's horrible. I hate these wrecks.
While trying to look for his final win in the NASCAR Cup Series, Jimmy
Johnson
Johnson raced hard in the Busch Light Clash at Daytona and wrecked Paul Menard and ended up causing a massive accident
Kurt
that took out
Busch.
over half the field.
Looks like, oh no,
The
Kyle
rain
didn't
came
get
and
through.
Johnson
Son of a
ultimately
gun.
won the race, but it
Every
was still
car,
a
pretty
very
much
bad
every
look
car
on
is
Jimmy
involved in
Johnson's
that.
part.
We had mentioned when they were on pit road and they were working on the car, you can't have more than 6 members of the pit crew over the wall. We actually counted it. We saw there were 7. NASCAR has also looked at it. They said
You
that's
narcs.
too many men over the wall.
And the problem with too many men over the wall
1, 2,
is
3, 4.
during the
Oh,
course
yeah,
of the
yeah,
race, if it
yeah.
happens
That
on
was the
normal
last
pit
guy.
stop, you just go to the tail end. But when you are on the 5-minute clock, when you are part of the damaged vehicle policy, which the 20 of Matt Kenseth was absolutely on, he was in the accident, that these 7 men right here, that is basically you are done in the event. You have failed the damaged vehicle policy.
Oh, no.
The 20, no
I
matter
hate the
amount of
damaged vehicle
damage,
policy.
cannot continue. They will go to the garage. They can no longer participate in this race.
Matt Kenseth
Stupid.
was disqualified
Stupid.
and ultimately cut from the playoffs during the 2017 race at Kansas.
Yep.
Kenseth had too many people over
That was
the
it
wall
was a cheap
trying to
shot.
fix his race car after an accident. NASCAR saw that and ended up disqualifying him immediately.
Conversation between these guys. Did we go out a little early? Did we make it to the track a little too early?
Corey's like, what is that? Oh.
Yeah, this had to be a shock. A truck for everyone.
Now into 5 and turn 6.
All of that contact between the two leaders is allowed. Well, the 24
William Byron.
the 24's out.
Oh, no.
Multiple cars in the
Oh.
wall here.
Was this last season?
William Byron is reporting that the curb came up. He hit the curb.
Yeah, this was last season, I believe.
Curbing is coming up, and that's what everyone.
Yeah, that was
Coming through there in
embarrassing.
Turn 6, the curbing comes up, catches a bunch of the cars. The front ends of the cars.
Sorry, I'm dying.
Numerous cars are destroyed. Take a look at what happened to Daniel Suarez's car.
Looks like he
Oof.
gets turned by the 20.
Wow,
You
there's
see some cars
so
having trouble
many.
with that curb. And debris gets spun around right here. He's riding on top of the roof cam.
Oh, this was a couple years ago. He's still got an H-box shifter.
Out of the gas, I assume, because of seeing the debris and uncertain.
Watching Martin Truex Jr. spin across the racetrack and get into the tire barriers without a caution is something unfathomable. How was there not a caution for Martin Truex, and this would have prevented the chaos that ensued on the following lap with William sending chaos. in the
Gotcha.
chicane.
It's because NASCAR doesn't care.
So he's got a bunch of them trapped, one down.
I could have got to pit road that time, but I didn't know.
I mean, we can't make our pit stop under yellow. We got to do it under green. They need to stop us. We need to pit. Ask them what they want us to do.
Matt Kenseth is going to be held 1 lap.
Oh my
They told
God.
me that if we got in this situation, they would red flag it so that we'd have an opportunity to pit.
I don't need to explain this. Let me know what you may do. I'll pit here then.
All right, buddy. Single file down pit road. They're going to do a lug nut check. Is this the break?
No,
How's this work now?
This race reminds me of when I tried to fly a remote control helicopter for the first time. I didn't know what the was going on.
We hit that road under green, so that's good. At lap 50, they're going to throw the yellow. That's going to be their break. At that time, we're going to take our left side.
That's the problem. Is
Austin
NASCAR
Hill
tries
is
to
the
add
current
way too
white
many
bag
rules.
in the Xfinity Series. If anybody races him hard or anybody races him dirty, he throws the biggest tantrum, and it showed during the 2024.
I mean,
Xfinity
Cole
race
Custer's
in
not
Charlotte.
much better.
Cole Custer. After the wreck ensued, Austin Hill decided to turn Cole Custer down the backstretch. This was extremely uncalled for.
Check what happened. There's Tony. Wow, man,
What
it
a-
doesn't get more blatant than that.
That's always going to be my problem with Tony. He does so much crap that is just indefensible.
Oh, NASCAR made a call. Aggressive driving. It's just it seems a little bit ironic that this is the driver that started all that after the Bud shootout about guys being too aggressive.
Yep. He is always going to be the first to try to call people out, and then he does stuff like that. He's always been like that.
Road, and he's been followed by Matt Kenseth.
He's probably gonna. I thought he was gonna tap him. He did.
I was so hoping he would.
He wanted
And then
to.
Robbie Reiser
He
talked
said,
him
no,
out
no,
of it.
no, no.
His crew chief, Robbie Reiser, talked Matt out of doing what he was thinking about doing.
Now, as good as this
God,
car
I love
is with
these
the 20
cars.
car right now, I mean, he'll get his way back up to the...
As you can imagine, Matt Kenseth is extremely upset. He said, I had a winning race car. There was no reason for him to do that. He felt the NASCAR's penalty was not strong enough. They're concerned about the left front valence on this car. They want to clear it from the left front tire to make sure it won't rub. Alan?
Tony Stewart has come down pit road for repairs to his car. They're checking around that right rear bodywork, being sure of their tire clearance. They've also put a big patch on the left rear where there's some fender damage there as well. And they'll send Tony back out here with those repairs affected to his car.
Thank you, Alan. How emotional is Tony Stewart? This is his onboard camera a few minutes ago.
He evidently looked up and saw that he was on camera on the big screens around the racetrack and said, move the camera. Now we're going to leave pit road.
And NASCAR Race Control a moment ago told both these drivers, Matt Kenseth in the 17 and Tony Stewart in the 20, to settle down.
Well, you know, Kenseth should be hot. He's got a race car that's probably not capable of winning the Daytona 500 now because of that.
Black flag 17. Matt
What?
Kenseth will have to come to pit road.
And they're going to throw the green flag.
This is them coming off of pit road after they had been warned to settle down.
When you leave pit road, you can't go above the yellow line. And he was in his eagerness to
Give him a tap.
Went above the yellow line.
The green flag is out, so we'll see what Matt does.
Well,
Good-
I mean,
good
now
guy, Matt
He
Kenseth.
pretty much knows that his day is over. He doesn't have a shot at winning this race any longer.
Going to Phoenix.
Oh, the attempted wall ride. That whole race at Martinsville was a shit show. It really was. And because you had Chevy trying to get William Byron in, and you also had Toyota fighting to get Christopher Bell in. It was, oh my God, it was bad.
And look at that, right at the end, Christopher Bell drives his way in as well. Right at the
No, he doesn't.
I think the 20 past the 23 coming in the line for the 1 point that he needed. This is it. Watch this, the 23 and the 20.
The 20 overdrove the corner so hard.
Almost lost control, hits the wall, drives off the wall, sort of Ross Chastain-esque.
Except he didn't full throttle it. That was bad. That was a bad look for the sport, honestly.
This was by far the most controversial race in the 2024
And I'm glad that they
NASCAR
did
Cup
take
Series
it away
season,
from Bell.
and possibly one of the most controversial races ever. Towards the end of the race, Christopher Bell needed to gain one more spot on William Byron. That's it, one more spot. And in front of him was Bubba Wallace slowing down with an alleged cut tire. When Christopher Bell noticed this, he drove it extremely hard into turn 3.
Doesn't even look
and
like
would
he
hit
really,
the wall.
his brake
He then
glowed,
would hit the
but he
wall
didn't
and
get
ride
like
the
super
wall
hot.
just like Ross Chastain did, which is illegal now in NASCAR. Bell was able to gain that position of Wallace and punch his ticket into the championship race. Well, he thought. NASCAR would then deem the rule was illegal and knock Christopher Bell out of the Final Four.
Crying
But
Ryan
that wasn't
Blaney.
the only controversial moment of the night. Just like we said, he needed to pass Bubba Wallace. And Bubba Wallace was told on the radio Christopher Bell's position, and then he said, I have a tire going down. That seems fishy. And if that doesn't seem fishy enough, even the Chevys were trying to
Yes,
hold
they
up and
were.
not pass William Byron to help him make the Final Four.
Austin Dillon and Ross
Ultimately,
Chastain
NASCAR
held
would
the
hand down
line.
penalty
They
to
really
Christopher
shouldn't
Bell,
have.
say it was an illegal move. Byron would get in the championship 4. Bell would be out.
10 to go at the line here. 10 to go at the line. 5 back 11, then 10 to the 24. 24 and 20 are separated by a point right now. Sorry, 3 to go at the line. 3. I think I got a tire going down. 10-4. Just nurse it. Nurse it home. Nurse it home. Hold it up top. Coming to the white.
So, information from the spotter to Bubba Wallace. Bubba claims he has a tire going down. That explains his speed down the backstretch. NASCAR's
But
gonna
he
throw
doesn't
the same
actually.
radios
It was
that
all
he
a
had.
lie.
Then we saw the pass by Christopher Bell. The slide.
It's just like when they told Clint that he was starting to feel tired, and he was like, oh, yeah, I am. And then he freaking crashes. Spin gate.
Job on the 23, got him into the wall. Then there will be question mark on the second half of that corner where he was absolutely against the wall, and how NASCAR sees if that's within or out of bounds.
So here's the radio from the 3 of Austin Dillon.
You know the deal? Trying to find him and tell him. Justin, you tell crew chief also clear off. On the go! 10-4. This is a 1 the deal? Yeah, he should.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there you go. You hear
They
the
should have penalized
communication
Chevy better for that.
at the 3 and the 1 car. And so now let's go listen to the 1 car.
Nice and far with the 24 here down there, door. 24 is 1 to the good, 1 point to the good down there, even. 6 is lined up with the 3.
Back for third. Doesn't really matter.
This is the battle right here. Brian Vickers, he's on the
That's the problem. You let your
but
all these teams, because of the information and all the stuff they give to these teams, all these teams are subservient to the manufacturer. And I don't know a great way to fix it, but I think the only way you start fixing it is you kind of take some of that power away from the manufacturers. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't know if it's even possible to do it, but yeah, it's frustrating.
Big block by Bliff.
It's going to get exciting down here, boys.
Go or go home time right now.
Vickers turns it to the bottom, but he can't get by.
He can't get on. He just can't get enough nose under him without getting into him. Oh
No!
Vickers wins.
Yeah, that should be illegal though.
Beat him across the line just by
Vickers just took him out. I mean,
No, Mike, you didn't make it.
he should have won. He should
If you
win that
enjoyed
though.
this video, please hit the like and subscribe button.
That was
down
great.
below.
That was
Also,
awesome.
If you've liked this video, I'm pretty sure
I am
these
subbed.
videos will catch your eye also.
He does really good content. MMCS, always like him. But yep. Yeah, I'm gonna get done here. I was gonna do a full race, but you know, it's Sunday. There isn't a cup race going on, and unfortunately, NASCAR heat kind of sucks. I gotta figure out a way to get NASCAR Thunder running. I wonder if there's a way to get it running on a computer, because that would be the ideal way to play NASCAR game. So I'm gonna work on that. But I've been up here for about 2 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and peace out. Come watch if you came and watch the VOD later. I appreciate it. Sorry if you wanted me to finish that race. I think we'll do a redemption arc at some point, and I'll come back and race that track. Maybe when I'm in the rig. Yeah, it's a lot easier when you have a wheel and a shifter to stay in it. But when you're just doing blow for blow on a controller, it kind of gets old. So I'll see you guys later. I appreciate everyone for coming, and we will be back next time. Thank you.
Certainly do, Ken. We've got a special flag here for Chastity. She got to do a victory lap with the regular black and white, but we got a special one that we're gonna trade off with her. She's climbing out, folks. Chastity, wave this flag high. Wave that flag high, Chastity. You get a speed dive for your first 15 minutes at Wisconsin Speedway. A souvenir signed by our flag name, Mr. Sturgis. And Chastity, man, had to fight them off. So many restarts. We'll let you get your helmet off there. On restarts, you know, you didn't mess up on any of them. You capitalized and always pulled away.
Yeah, that was quite the race. I definitely thought when I got spun, I thought something was definitely going to be messed up enough that I definitely could not end up here. But thank you to Jacoby for doing the gentleman's rule and letting me get back up to the front.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that one. So you're gonna put that in the memory bank and play nice with Jacoby this season.
Probably.
And it wasn't, like last year's car counts. This was the biggest car count that we've seen in years, 11. One of the most competitive Pro 4 races we've ever seen. So definitely something to be proud about with Pro 4 races we've ever seen. So definitely something to be proud about with winning it on opening day. So who do you want to thank for sponsoring the 19 ride?
Yeah, I'd like to thank William Mucker Construction, R&K Auto, Water's Edge, Folsom Lawn Care, Folsom Properties, Healing Behavioral Health Center, Robin's Nest, Main Mountain Timber Frame, Central Main Crane.
Jackson, Morside, you certainly had an eventful race, lots of passing. You and Jacoby multiple times, and then a stellar move on Taylor at the end. Did you have as much fun as it looked?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was a fun race, yeah.
What was your take? I think you were almost involved with the Chastity and Jacoby spin. I think you were on the high side. Did you get any contact from it?
Yeah, her right rear I think got me, but it didn't really hurt anything, so I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah, certainly. Jackson, great job. I know you were looking for your first career win too, but matching your career best with a second place finish in your second season. Who do you got to thank on the 88 for sponsors?
I have to thank Perfect Fit, Nest Beef and Beans, Stephen Pelletier and Sons Drywall, Sam Snow Construction, Mike B.A., Ashley B.A., Julia, Mike and his crew, my mom, my dad, Maddie, my grandparents. I also want to congratulate Chastity on the win.
All right, Jackson Moorside, ladies and gentlemen, put on a heck of a show. Taylor Lane, heck of a run. You had, I can't remember exactly.